New Perplexity update is insane. Perplexity just dropped something massive. Pro and Max users get Kimi K2 Thinking and Gemini 3 Pro. This changes everything about AI search. I'm about to show you how this makes you faster and smarter. All right, let's talk about this new Perplexity update because it's absolutely wild. So Perplexity just rolled out something huge, and I mean huge. If you're a Pro or Max subscriber, you now have access to two brand new AI models, Kimi K2 Thinking and Gemini 3 Pro. Now I know what you're thinking, another AI model, big deal, but hold on. This isn't just another model. This is a complete game changer for how you research, how you build content, and how you get ahead of your competition. Let me break this down for you. First, let's talk about what Perplexity actually is. If you don't know, Perplexity is an AI search engine. It's like Google, but powered by AI. You ask it a question, and it gives you real answers with sources, not just links, actual answers, and it's getting better and better. But this update, this takes it to a whole new level. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. So what's the big deal with Kimi K2 Thinking? Well, Kimi is a Chinese AI model that's been making waves. The K2 version is their thinking model. What does that mean? It means this AI actually shows you its thought process. You can see how it reasons through problems. It doesn't just give you an answer. It shows you the steps it took to get there. And that's powerful because now you're not just getting answers, you're learning how to think through complex problems. You're seeing the logic behind the answer. This is huge for research. This is huge for learning. This is huge for business decisions. Think about it. You're trying to figure out a marketing strategy. You ask Kimi K2 Thinking, and it doesn't just tell you what to do. It walks you through why. It shows you the reasoning, the alternatives it considered, the trade-offs. That's like having a consultant explain their entire thought process to you for free, on demand, anytime you want. Now let's talk about Gemini 3 Pro. This is Google's latest model, and it's fast, it's accurate, and it's built for real-world use. Google has been pouring billions into AI, and Gemini 3 Pro is the result. This thing can handle complex queries, it can understand context, it can give you detailed answers across multiple topics, and now it's inside Perplexity. That means you get the power of Google's AI combined with Perplexity's search capabilities. That's a massive combo. Here's why this matters to you. Most people are still using regular Google. They're clicking through 10 blue links. They're reading through blog posts trying to find one answer. They're wasting time. But you have access to AI that gives you answers instantly, with sources, with reasoning, with context. You're moving 10 times faster than everyone else. And in business, speed wins. The person who can research faster, decide faster, and act faster wins. That's you now. Now, if you want to dive even deeper into AI automation, I've got something special for you. I run a community called the AI Profit Boardroom, the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation. Learn how to save time and automate your business with AI tools like Kimi K2 and Gemini 3 Pro. The link is in the comments and description. How to join the AI Profit Boardroom if you want more leads, traffic, and sales is at school.com/AI Profit Lab. Right, back to update. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you're building a business. You need to understand your market. With regular Google, you'd spend hours reading articles, taking notes, trying to piece everything together. With Perplexity and these new models, you ask one question and you get a complete market analysis with data, with sources, with reasoning in seconds. That's the difference. That's the edge. Now let's talk about how to actually use this, because having access to tools is one thing. Knowing how to use them is another. And most people waste these tools because they don't know how to ask the right questions. So I'm going to show you exactly how to get the most out of this update. First, use Kimi K2 Thinking when you need to understand something complex, when you're making a big decision, when you need to see all the angles. Ask it to think through a problem step by step. Ask it to show you the pros and cons. Ask it to consider different scenarios and watch as it breaks down its reasoning for you. This is like having a strategic advisor who never gets tired and never charges you. Second, use Gemini 3 Pro when you need fast, accurate information, when you're researching a topic, when you need data, when you need facts. Gemini is built for speed and accuracy. It pulls from Google's massive knowledge base, and it gives you answers you can trust. With sources, you can verify. This is your go-to for quick research and fact-checking. Third, combine them. Start with Gemini to get the facts, then switch to Kimi to think through what those facts mean. This is how you make better decisions. You get the data, then you analyze it, then you act, and you do all of this in minutes. instead of hours. Here's another thing most people miss. These AI models have access to real-time information. That means they're not limited to old training data. They can search the web, they can find current information, they can give you up-to-date answers. This is massive for anything time-sensitive, news, trends, market data, competitor analysis. You're always working with the latest information. But here's the thing, most people won't use this. They'll sign up, they'll try it once or twice, and they'll go back to their old habits because it's easier, because change is hard, and that's your opportunity. While everyone else is doing things the slow way, you're moving fast, you're researching faster, you're learning faster, you're making decisions faster, and you're leaving them in the dust. Now, I want to talk about something important. This isn't just about speed, it's about quality, because these AI models are smart, really smart. They understand context, they understand nuance, they can handle complex questions, and they give you answers that actually help. Not generic fluff, not surface level information, deep, useful answers that move you forward. Let me give you another example. Let's say you're trying to understand a new technology. Maybe it's blockchain, maybe it's AI, maybe it's something in your industry. You could read 10 articles, watch 5 videos, and still be confused. Or you could ask Kimi K2 Thinking to explain it and watch as it breaks down the concept, explains the fundamentals, shows you how it works, gives you examples, all in language you understand. That's the power of having AI that can think and explain. And here's something else. You can have conversations with these models. You're not limited to one question. You can ask follow-up questions. You can dig deeper. You can explore different angles. It's like having a conversation with an expert who knows everything and never gets annoyed at your questions. This is how you actually learn, not by reading, but by asking questions and getting answers. Now, let's talk about the business side of this, because if you're running a business, this is a weapon. Market research, done in minutes. Competitor analysis, done in minutes. Content strategy, done in minutes. Customer research, done in minutes. Everything that used to take your team hours or days, you can now do in minutes. And the quality, better than before, because you have access to more information, better reasoning, smarter analysis. Think about what this means for your business. Every hour you save matters. Every better decision you make matters. Every piece of content that performs better matters. This isn't just a cool tool. This is a business advantage. And the businesses that adopt this first will win, because they'll move faster than everyone else. And you can do the same thing, whether you're building a business, creating content, learning a new skill, whatever you're doing, these tools make you better at it, faster, smarter, more effective. That's the promise. And it actually delivers. Now, I know some of you are thinking, this sounds great, but it's probably expensive. Here's the thing. Perplexity Pro is $20 a month. That's it. For unlimited access to some of the smartest AI models on the planet, with real-time search, with sources, with reasoning, $20. And it gives you capabilities that would have cost millions just a few years ago. Is it worth it? Absolutely, because the time you save alone pays for it. The better decisions you make pay for it. The edge you get over your competition pays for it. This is one of those no-brainer investments. If you're serious about your business, if you're serious about learning, if you're serious about getting ahead, this is worth every penny. Let me tell you what I see happening. Right now, there's a gap forming between people who use AI and people who don't. And that gap is getting bigger every day. The people using AI are moving faster, learning faster, building faster, getting better results. And the people who aren't, they're falling behind and they don't even realize it yet. Because right now the difference is small, but in 6 months, a year, it's going to be massive. So here's my advice. Don't wait. Start using these tools now. Get comfortable with them. Learn how they work. Build them into your workflow. Because the longer you wait, the further behind you fall. And catching up gets harder every day. Now, let's talk about some specific use cases, because I want to give you real examples of how to use this. First, content creation. You're writing a blog post. You need research, you need data, you need examples. Open Perplexity. Ask for information on your topic. Get a complete overview with sources in seconds. Then use that to write your post. Your content is better. Your research is faster. You win. Second, business strategy. You're planning your next quarter. You need to understand your market, your competitors, your opportunities. Ask Perplexity to analyze your market. Use Kimi K2 Thinking to evaluate different strategies. Use Gemini 3 Pro to get current market data. You now have a strategic plan backed by real information and smart analysis. That's how you make decisions that actually work. Third, learning. You want to learn a new skill. Maybe it's coding, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's finance. Use Perplexity as your tutor. Ask questions, get explanations, dig deeper when you don't understand. Follow up with more questions. You're learning at your own pace with explanations tailored to your level. This is the future of education, and it's available right now. Fourth, problem solving. You're stuck on something. Maybe it's a technical problem. Maybe it's a business challenge. Maybe it's a creative block. Use Kimi K2 thinking to work through it. Ask it to think through solutions, look at the reasoning, see the different approaches. You'll find solutions you wouldn't have thought of on your own because you're leveraging AI that can think through problems systematically. Here's something else that's powerful. You can use this for research before making decisions. Before you launch a product, before you hire someone, before you try a new strategy, do your research with Perplexity, get the facts, analyze the situation, make an informed decision. This alone can save you from costly mistakes. And let's talk about staying current. The world moves fast. New technologies, new trends, new competitors, new opportunities. How do you keep up? You use tools like this. You ask about new developments in your industry. You get summaries of new research. You stay informed without spending hours reading. You're always up to date, always ahead of the curve. Now, before we wrap up, if you want to dive even deeper into AI automation, I've got something special for you. I run a community called the AI Profit Boardroom, the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation. Learn how to save time and automate your business with AI tools like Kimi K2 and Gemini 3 Pro. The link is in the comments and description to join the AI Profit Boardroom. If you want more leads, traffic, and sales, it's at school.com/AI Profit Lab.